Okay. Am I audible? So, hopefully audible na po ako. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Ayan. Okay, so let's continue. So again, um, okay, so what are the possible outcomes for choosing a prime number less than 20? Yeah. So let's see, my dear students. So, okay, I'm looking for the outcomes. So, ano nga ba yung mga outcomes na pwede nating mangyari o pwede makuha kapag tayo ay nag-choose ng prime number less than 20? Less than 20 ang hinahanap natin. So, ano na ba yung mga prime numbers less than 20? Ano nga ba yun? So, very unlikely now. I'm asking for the possible outcomes, ha? When you say possible outcomes, yung mga posible outcomes. So, ano ba yung mga prime numbers less than 20? Oh, ito yung mga prime numbers. So, kung naalala nyo ang definition ng prime numbers, di ba? When we talk about prime numbers are numbers which have only one pair of factors. Ano yung factors niya? One and the number itself, di ba? So, ano na ba yung mga numbers na ganoon or prime numbers less than 20? So, ano na ba yun? So, we have, oh, since ang factors ng 2 ay 1 and 2, oh, 2 is also less than 20. Ano pa? Okay, we have also 3, di ba? So, 3. 3 is 1 times 3. What else? 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, and 19. So all in all, we have 8 possible outcomes. So we have 8 possible outcomes. So we have 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, and 19. So I think sinasagot niya yata ay 9. Maybe you are considering uh, maybe you are considering 1 as a prime number. Again, 1 is not a prime number since 1 is a special number. So it's neither prime nor complex. So therefore, kids or my new students, we have only 8 possible outcomes. Okay, so 8 lang ang sagot. Yeah, so we have 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, and 17 and 19. Yan. So yun yung mga possible outcomes. So hopefully kids or grade 6 students ay nakuha nyo ang tamang sagot. Okay, let's have the second one. If Anna has 5 shirts and 3 pants, how many possible combinations of outfit she can choose from? Again, if Anna has 5 shirts and 3 pants, how many possible combinations of outfit she can choose from? Okay, so ilan nga ba ang pwede niyang pagpilian? So again, if you recall, our topic ng last meeting, di ba? So we have that. Okay, so sabi ni Cassandra Bravo, we have 15. Sabi ni Kevin Martin, 15 possible combinations. Same with Nervy. Okay, so the correct answer is 15. Very good. Okay, so bakit 15 na ulit? Kasi nga we have simple multiplications. We just multiply 5 by 3. So ito natin, these students, when you are in high school, yung fundamental principle of counting or fundamental counting principle. So the answer is 15. Okay, so let's have this number 3. A businessman has 6 shirts and 9 ties. How many different shirt and tie outfits can he create? Ayan. So I think it's just the same thing that we had on our previous question. So a businessman has 6 shirts and 9 ties. How many different shirt and tie outfits can he create? Ayan. Okay, so sabi ni Nerwin Regal, 54. Same with Cassandra, Kevin Martin, Angel Gale. Okay, so 54 nga ba? Let's see. Okay, very good. So 54 ang sagot because same thing, 6 multiplied by 9. Okay, very good, my good students. So let's have this lesson. So what's new on our lesson for today? So let's consider this problem. Ayan. So it says, a shoe store received a delivery of products from their supplier. They found out that 30 out of 2,500 pairs of shoes were defective. Next month, a delivery of 6,000 pairs of shoes is expected. Predict the number of defective shoes. Ayan. So, imagine, no? 30 out of 2,500 pairs of shoes daw ay receive. Defective, no? Then, magkakaroon na ng 6,000 pairs of shoes na delivery by next month. Ang tinatanong natin ay, ilan nga ba o hulaan natin o i-predict natin ang bilang ng defective shoes. So to answer this problem, we're going to consider the following. So how will you solve this? So we will apply the concept of theoretical and experimental probability. Okay, so ano nga bang ibig sabihin ng theoretical and experimental probability? So let's start with theoretical probability. So when we talk about theoretical probability, so theoretical probability of an event is the number of ways that an event can occur divided by the total number of outcomes. Yan. So, ibig sabihin ng theoretical probability. The number of ways that an event can occur divided by the total number of outcomes. So, it's different from experimental probability because when we talk about experimental probability of an event, is the ratio of the number of times an event occurs to the total number of trials the activity is performed. It is the probability determined from the result of the experiment. Yan. So, yun yung sabihin ng experimental probability. So, from the word itself, no, technically experiment. So, you are doing experiment. So, you are going to get the probability from the result of the experiment. So, based on that, you can now answer the question, the problem. So, the theoretical probability of an event is what we expect to happen. Okay, so ano yung kinakailangan natin malaman, no? And on the other hand, experimental probability is what actually happens instead of what you are expecting to happen. Actual na pangyayari. Experimental probability. Okay. So the formula for theoretical probability is this. So the theoretical probability of an event is denoted by the formula number of favorable outcomes divided by the number of possible outcomes. So parang halimbawa, in question na, what's the probability? So in a coin, or if you toss a coin, what is the probability of getting a head? So since ang head ay isa lamang, so that is the number of favorable outcomes. And of course, the number of possible outcomes when you toss the coin is 2, namely head and tail. So therefore, that will be 1/2 or 1. So yun yung sabihin ng theoretical probability. And then for experimental probability, so experimental probability of an event, so that is the number of favorable outcomes occurred divided by the number of trials in the experiment. So, depende sa ginawa mo or pinandak mo na experiment. So, kung mo malalaman yung magiging probability. Okay, so let's have this example. Ayan. So, this is an example of a theoretical probability. So, let's consider this problem. It says, a spinner on the right has 4 equal-sized sections that are blue, orange, green, and yellow. The question is, what is the theoretical probability of the spinner landing on each color? Ayan. So, usually, makikita niyan kapag, let's say, you're watching a game show or kung open ang materia, palaro. Ayan. So, minsan makikita natin yan, no? So, what is the probability or theoretical probability of the spinner landing on each color? So, kada kulay o kada isang kulay. So, isa-isa natin yung probability ng bawat kulay. So, let's have the following. So, we have the formula again, number of favorable outcomes divided by the number of possible outcomes. So, may mga sumasagot dito. Sabi ni Kevin Martin, Diane, 1/4. Same thing with Erwin, a percent naman, 25%. Same with Cassandra and Gwyneth, 1/4. So let's see kung 1/4 nga ba. Say natin. So for the blue, the probability of getting a blue is 1/4, since there is only one blue out of the four colors. Same thing with the probability or theoretical probability of getting an orange. So orange po yan, medyo natakpan lang. Hindi ko naman kung bakit natakpan. So that is orange actually. Theoretical probability of orange is also 1/4. And same thing with theoretical probability of green is 1/4. Since isa lang ang green out of the four. And also same thing with yellow. So it's also 1/4. So therefore, each color has a probability of 1/4. So technically equal ang chance na makuha mo ang bawat kulay. There's 1/4. Okay, so that's an example of theoretical probability. It's very good. Okay, sub this. Okay, paano ito naman? If the spinner spins 40 times by theoretical probability, how many times will it land on orange? Oh, kapag nag-spin ka daw ng 40 times, ilang beses daw mag-land ang spinner sa orange? So how do you do that? So we are just going to multiply the theoretical probability of orange by the number of spins. So since our theoretical probability for orange is 1/4, so that will be 1/4 times 40. So I just write it here na lang since hindi siya makita sa screen. So it's 1/4 multiplied by 40. So that will be 10 times. So therefore there is 10 times that it will land on orange. The answer is 10. Okay. So let's have the problem earlier. So kung babalikan natin ng problem, as Schuster received delivery of products from their supplier, they found out that 30 out of 2,500 pairs of shoes were defective. Next month, a delivery of 6,000 pairs of shoes is expected. Predict the number of defective shoes. Okay, so may mga sumasagot na. Sabi ni Mervin, 72 defectives. Parang may nagsagot natin kanina ng 7. Kasi Mervin din pala yun. Okay. So 72 defective shoes. So let's see kung tama nga magsagot. So again, the number of defective shoes are being counted and recorded. So that will be the experimental probability. So that is number of favorable outcomes occurred divided by number of trials in the experiment. So therefore we have the probability of defective, that is 30 over 2,500, or when simplified is 3 over 250. Since we divide both numerator and denominator by 10, that's their GCF. So that will be 3 over 250. And then from that, we will do the same thing that we had earlier. So that is we multiply the probability by the total number of shoes. So that is 3 over 250 multiplied by 6,000. Since meron tayo 6,000 pairs of shoes. So that will be 72. So therefore, the correct answer is 72. Very good, grade 6 students. Yan. Okay, let's have more problems. Yan. Oh, nakakagutom naman ang ating problem. Papunta na ng merienda. 250 random learners were surveyed about their favorite snacks during recess time. Here was the result of the survey. So we have the following snacks: banana cube, puto, suman, and cassava cake. Mga masasarap yan. And the following number of students shown on the table. So that's 84, 68, 46, and 52 respectively for each. Now the question is, if there were 2,000 students enrolled, about how many of each kind would the canteen manager prepare? Ayan. So, halimbawa, meron daw tayong 2,000 students na enrolled sa school na yan. About how many of each kind would the canteen manager prepare? Okay. So, paano natin solve yan? So, paano natin solve yung problem na yan? So, dito na papasok yung ang natutunan natin. Okay. So again, this is the problem. So what you're going to do is to get first the total number of students. So the total number of students is 250. when you add them all, 84 plus 68 plus 46 plus 52, and then afterwards, you are going to apply the experimental probability. No? So the experimental probability, again, what we're going to do, so you just have to get the probability number of possible outcomes occurred divided by the total. So that's 84 over 250, or in fractions in this form, that's 42 over 125. And similarly, we'll do the same thing with the other snacks. So for puto, we have 68 over 250, or 34 over 125. For suman, you have 46 over 250, or 23 over 125. And for cassava cake, that's 52 over 250, or 26 over 125. Of course, the total probability should be 1. So when you add them all, that would be equivalent to 1 whole. Or in percent, that's 100%. So hindi ka pwedeng lumagpas ng 1, hindi ka pwedeng bumaba sa 1 ang total. So it should be exactly 1 or 100%. Now, tutuloy pa natin ang table, ang column. Number of each kind to be prepared. So paano ang gagawin natin for that? So for each snack, yung nakuha natin experimental probability ng bawat snack. Again, since there were 2,000 students enrolled, so ang gagawin nyo lang ay i-multiply nyo lang each experimental probability of each snack by 2,000. So that's 42 over 125 times 2,000. So when you compute for that, that is equivalent to 672. And similarly, we have 34 over 125 times 2,000, so that's 544. Then 23 over 125 for suman, multiplied by 2,000, so that's 368. And lastly, for cassava cake, 26 over 125, then multiplied by 2,000, so that is equivalent to 460. So therefore, once you're finished solving for the number of each kind to be prepared, so that's the time you're going to get the total. So make sure that the total is the same in our given problem. So the total is 2,000. It's also the same as what we are given in the problem. Okay, so very good sa mga sumagot ng tama. Ayan, sino ba yan? Nerwin, Kevin Martin, and Sandra. Very good kayo. Ayan, so yung mga sumagot ng tama. So, ibig sabihin ay talagang naiintindihan ang lesson. Okay, sige. Let's have more problems. Ayan. Okay, kanina given ko example of coin. This time, let's have a die. So, sa mga hindi ko nakakaalam, again, ang die po, it is the singular form of dice. So, hindi pwede sabihin na you throw a dice. So, it's die or singular. So, when a die is rolled, what is the probability or the theoretical probability that the number 5 will be rolled? So, when you throw a die, or when you roll a die, what's the probability that the number 5 will be rolled? Kailangan naka-appear sa die ay 5. Hindi ibig sabihin na limang numbers mag-appear. So, I show you the answers. I see you're answering 5 over 6. Are you sure with that? Grade 6. 5 over 6, certainly. So again, theoretical probability of an event is the number of favorable outcomes divided by the number of possible outcomes. Again, nililinaw ko ha, di ba pag naghagis kayo ng die, di ba may number sa taas? O rin kung appear sa taas, yun yung nakuha mo. Usually, ginagamit yan kapag halimbawa naglalaro kayo ng snakes and ladders, di ba? Nagtathrow kayo ng die para malaman yung ilang steps. So, kung kung appear sa taas, yun yung mga number of steps nyo. So, sa die, usually, ano ba ang possible outcome sa isang die? Dito sa isang die, ang possible outcomes natin ay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or we have numbers 1 to 6. Diba? And you are asked to find theoretical probability na ang number 5 ay appear or it will be rolled. So therefore, since you have only 1 5 in a die, so therefore you have only 1 over 6. So the theoretical probability that you will be getting a 5 is 1 over 6. So, huwag kayong palito sa problem na yan. My dear students, hindi po 5 over 6 ang sagot. So, it should be 1 over 6. Okay. So, the correct answer is 1/6 or 1 over 6. Okay. Let's have another example. This time, we have an experimental probability. So Ruby tossed a die 50 times. The results are recorded in the table below. What is the experimental probability that 5 will appear? So we have the following. So yan yung mga possible outcomes ng die, diba? 1 to 6. And then, yung toss ng die, si Ruby, ito yung mga bilang ng pagtotoo niya ng die sa bawat number. So 1, we have 10 times, 2 is 6, 3 is 14, 4 is 6, 5 is 12, and 6 is 2. So, tinatanong daw, ito, anong probability ng 5 ay mag-a-appear? Yan, hello daw po, kay Lima, and thank you Lima for watching, for tuning in our live session. Okay, so let's see. So again, anong probability natin? Experimental probability formula. This is experimental probability. So again, the formula is the number of favorable outcomes occurred divided by the number of trials in the experiment. So we're asked to find the experimental probability. So anong gagawin natin? So the number of favorable outcomes occurred. So ilan ba yung lumabas na 5? So base sa table, lumabas ay 12. 12 times nag-occur ang 5 sa die. Diba? And then since we have 50 times, so nag-toss ng dice will be 50 times. So therefore, the experimental probability will be, ayan. So first you get the total. So make sure that it's 50. So when you add them all, make sure it's 50. So therefore, we have, again, 12 times for 5. So that is 12 over 50. Ayan. So very good. Sinunod Merwin and Diane. Ayan. So that's 12 over 50. Or when you simplify that, that is 6 over 25. Ayan. So 6 over 25 ang ating tamang isa. Very good. So very good this Cassandra. Umabot si okay, so therefore, 6 over 25. Let's have more problems. What I can do. So let's see. Let's have cards. So hopefully, my dear students are familiar with the deck of cards. So lilinawin ko with the standard deck of cards, there are only 52. And from that, there are 4 queens in the standard deck of 52 playing cards. If Ryle picks a card at random, what is the probability that it picks a queen card? Ayan. So sa cards, may 52 cards tayo. Then from the 52 playing cards, we have 4 queens. Kung magkukuha ng cards si Ryle at random, ano daw ang probability na makuha niya ay queen? So what we are going to do, so that is, again, by the theoretical probability. So that is number of favorable outcomes divided by the number of possible outcomes. That is, okay, so may nakita na ako. Sabi ni Nerwin, Kevin, and Diane, 4 over 52 or 1 over 13, yes, unlikely to happen na. Let's see kung tama mga sabihin nyo. That's 4 over 52 since there are 4 queens in a deck of cards. So that's 1 over 13 when simplified. Since we divide 4 and 52 by their DCF, which is 4. So 1 over 13. So the correct answer is 4 over 52, which is 1 over 13 when simplified. Very good, my dear students. Okay. Ayan. So let's have more problems. Maganda yung nag-practice tayo para at least alam natin yung mga sagot sa problems, no? So let's have this. Maya has seen 12 blue, 15 white, and 23 red cars driving by her house in 2 hours. What is the probability that the next car driving by her house is not a white car? So take note of this, they're looking for the probability that the next car driving by her house is not a white car. Yeah, so not white car. So you're given 12 blue, 15 white, and 23 red cars. So ano naman probability na makukuha ni Kea or yung makita ni Kea hindi daw white car. Okay, so how we're going to answer this problem? So this is theoretical or experimental probability. Of course, this is experimental probability. And so since you have the number of favorable outcomes occurred, divided by the number of trials in the experiment. So since you are looking for the experimental probability of seeing not white car, hindi white car ang hinahanap. Hindi white car ang tinatanong sa problem. So therefore, the experimental probability of not white, so that is the experimental probability of blue plus the experimental probability of red. So syempre hindi daw white. So hindi white, so it's either blue or red. So from that, we're going to add the blue cars and the red cars. So that's 12 over 50. Probability of blue is 12 over 50 plus the experimental probability of red is 23 over 50. So therefore, we have 12 over 15 plus 23 over 50. So when added, that is 35 over 50. And again, ang lagi natin rule sa math, always simplify your answers. So therefore, the correct answer is 7 over 10. So that's the correct answer. So the probability that Kea sees not a white car, the next car driving by her house is not a white car, is 7/10. So that is likely to occur, most likely to occur. So very easy. Kevin Martin, dahil nagsasagot siya kung likely or unlikely. So very good yan, kina Erwin, Gwyneth, Rian, Cassandra, 7. Okay. Or, you may apply this technique. So we have also the experimental probability of not white. So we just subtract the experimental probability of white from 1. Kasi nga, that is 100% divided 1. So that's 1 minus the probability of getting a white. So that is 1 minus 15 over 50. And same thing, that's 50 over 50 minus 15 over 50, which is equal to 35 over 50. And when simplified, it's 7 over 10. So yan yung ating another formula or another way of solving the problem. I think, if I'm not mistaken, sa high school pa kasi to, pero sabihan ko din, this is an example of the complement probability. Complement of an event. Complement of an event is we will subtract probability from 1. Kasi usually, ginagamit yung formula na complement of an event when you see the word not. So usually, parang halimbawa, parang example, if the chance of having a rain is 70%, ano yung chance na hindi uulan? O, ang chance na uulan is 70%, ano ang chance na hindi uulan? So that is 1 minus 70%. So 1 minus 7% is, or should I say 100% rather? So again, this is 100%. So 1 minus 70% or 100% rather, minus 70%. So that's 30%. So something like that. So that's an example of the complement of an event. Somehow application na payment high school. Okay, advanced level. No? Okay. So 7/10 is our answer. Okay, and for the end, we have our homework, my dear students, for our lesson for today. So let's see. Let's answer this homework. And again, once you answer our homework, please do post it in our DepEd FB page and use the hashtag math6 Q4 week 7 kasi week 7 tayo. Hashtag ePly level up. Ayan po yung ating hashtag. So again, hashtag math6 Q4 week 7 and hashtag Itulay Level Up. And again, once you post in our FB page, ay pakitag or pag-mention din kami ni Tuber Please para hindi po tayo, hindi ko po kayo makakalimutan sa pag-include sa ating soulmate once you get the correct answer. So again, the problem is this. The drawer contains 6 black neckties, 2 white neckties, 4 red neckties, 2 maroon neckties, and 2 blue neckties. Puro neckties, no? Find the theoretical and experimental probabilities of getting black necktie. Okay, so we have A, theoretical probabilities, and for letter B, experimental probability, we have this problem for experimental probability. Oops, huwag niyo muna sasagutan dito. Sa homework na po ito, ha, my dear students. So sa experimental probability, suppose a black necktie is picked 4 times after the experiment is conducted in 32 trials. Ayan. So pahabol lang po. Ayan. So thank you daw po. Thank you. Ayan, Kilian. Go to the Andre Cassandra. Thank you po. Goodbye po. Kilian Watson. Kay Cassandra. Kay Merwin. Thank you po.